Welcome to my channel, Sunshine Shoulders. I'm Calvin. I want to say good morning to my subscribers in the Philippines. Good evening to my subscribers in America and beyond. I always like to give a special welcome to my new viewers and new subscribers. Thank you so much for stopping by. Your kindness, your generosity, your support of my channel has been amazing. And the only way I can pay you back is just continue to do these vlogs as long as they're useful, as long as they're helpful. My channel is geared toward the new man and woman who's never been here before to the Philippines, but has a general interest in coming here or just an interest in the Philippines. My 11 years of being affiliated with the Philippines doesn't make me an expert or know it all, but it does give me a unique perspective. I'd like to share that with you to make your trip here more enjoyable and above all things safer. I'm boots on the ground. I'm in the center of all this. It's for your benefit. I live among the locals, and I'm always going to give you the nitty gritty. This is exactly what I'm seeing, what I'm living, and what I'm experiencing. I'm never going to sugarcoat that. It's not going to start today. I want to talk about single men and casual dating in the Philippines today. But before I start, one of my subscribers, I think he's Filipino, he asked me to tell you about monopole. And that's M-A-N-O, capital P-O, monopole. And that's just Filipino tradition of showing respect to their elders. And what you'll do when you see an elder, when my girlfriend, when her nieces and nephews come over, they'll grab my hand and they'll place the back of my hand on their forehead like that. It's a sign of respect. It's called monopole. So you'll see it all the time. I don't care if it's in the street, grocery store, the church, in your house. When you go to somebody's house, if there's an elder there, the little kids and everybody below them, they're going to grab their hand and place the back of their hand up to their forehead. They call it bless. They'll say, bless Uncle Calvin, or, and it's a sign of respect, man. So, get used to that, honor that's part of their traditions, part of their culture, man, and they'll love you for that. But that's monopole. It's real big over here, and you'll see that. That's what that is. Another thing that I wanted to talk about, a gentleman asked me, he said that, is it true that Filipinos don't have good hygiene? And I was like, that's just one of those questions that, remember guys, we can't put all Filipinos in the same bucket, man. We can't stereotype them. I don't know where he would have heard that from. I'll give you my experience, but it's very diverse over here. A woman you meet in Cebu is going to be totally different than somebody you meet in Manila and vice versa. Or someone in Bohol is going to be different than someone you meet in Dumaguete. My experience is Filipinos take very good care of themselves. Their cleanliness is very good. But it just depends on where they live. Because some women, remember I told y'all, my first wife, her family lived up in the mountains. There was no running water. They had to go a long way just to get water. And so I guess taking a shower, taking a bath would be different than somebody that lives in the city, where they can take showers anytime they want, basically. They'll have, it may not be this modern shower that you're used to, but, they can take a shower anytime they want. And then, of course, they got the bucket and the dipper, that sort of thing. But I had met a woman now who, her family, because they don't have running water where she is, they take their baths in a river that runs behind their house. And it's affected them. It's affected their skin. Her skin is very rough. And it's one thing that I noticed, and I asked her about it. She said, yeah, because we have to take our bath in the river, and I guess the chemicals in the water made her skin rough like that. But just my experience, man, Filipinos are very clean, especially my girlfriend now. I mean, she stays in the shower for 20-25 minutes, maybe more, and takes 3 showers a day. Got me taking 2 showers a day, which I normally I take a shower in the morning, man, and that's it for me normally, it just, because taking a shower at night, to me, I just don't get it. And then, then you get up in the morning, you got to take another shower. But now I do, because it's hot over here, you sweat, and it's just something I've gotten used to. But yeah, their cleanliness is on par with anybody else's, really, but it just depends on the situation. But I tell you what, they will try to pull this one on you, this half bath, and then, you be like, no, go in there and take a whole bath. The half bath, I guess, is just where they wipe themselves off with a rag or something. They call it a half bath. But they try to pull that one on you. All Filipinos would do that, but let's stop stereotyping Filipinos and Filipinos. But I tell you one thing about Filipinos that runs current with all of them across the board. They're dependable as hell. So, if you need something done and you tell her to do it, yeah, it's going to get done. But as far as their cleanliness, man, yeah, they're on par with anybody, really, that I've, the women that I've dealt with. So, yeah, you can kind of put that one to the curb, man. That's not really true. They take good care of themselves over here. But as far as being a single man and casual dating over here, here's what the gentleman asked me in my comments. He said, Calvin, is it okay for a single man to just come over to the Philippines and not get in any trouble? Okay? And some guys have been showing up in my comments with this men going their own ways, and I want to apologize, guys. I'm 57 and I'm old-fashioned. I really don't know a lot about that. I just now started hearing about that term maybe a year or so ago. So I can't really speak on that. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to look it up though. But he was just saying, as a single man, and absolutely, because I tell you, one of the most amazing things as far as I'm concerned about Filipino people is this: they leave you alone, man. They're unicorns at that. You can come to their country, man. They're not gonna bother you. They're gonna let you enjoy this place to your heart's content, okay, within reason. But you don't have to learn their language, you don't have to learn their traditions or anything. So if you just want to come over here and hang out on the beach, climb mountains, and bike ride, running marathons and all that, yeah, you can do that. But I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to casual dating, Filipinos don't do casual dating. And if you want to do casual dating, you're going to lower the quality of your women dramatically. You're gonna have to basically become a John, and pay for what you want up front, and there's plenty of places over here that you can do that, or meet a girl in one of these nightclubs or discos or something like that. But the quality goes way down because they just don't do that. But let me say this: one of the mistakes that all of us Joes make is this: we think that we have to come over here and commit to a serious relationship. That's not true. You don't have to do that. But if you want to meet you a nice, beautiful, self-respecting Filipino over here, man, you're going to have to make some commitments. They just don't do casual dating. You may get away with it once or twice, man, but pretty soon one of them's going to like you, and they're going to like you a lot, and she's going to put her hooks in you, and it's going to be hard for you to get rid of her. There's going to, be a lot of hurt feelings behind that, and it's just going to cost you trouble, man. Now, if you're able to do that and you've been successful and you're not a John now, I'd like to hear from you. You need to write a book, because I'll read it. Because I'm going to tell you, man, it's going to be tough to do that. They'll leave you alone, they'll let you go about your business any way you want, but the minute you decide, you see one of these little honeys over here, because I'm going to tell you something. There's some beautiful women over here, and if you're able to resist that temptation and go your own way, I'm going to tip my hat to you, and because you're going to be some type of Superman. All right. Once one of these women, once they get you in their grip, it's going to be hard to turn that down. It's going to be hard to resist it. And once you do, you cross over into that uncharted territory for you guys, you single guys, men going your own way, because the casual dating and all that is thrown out the window. So, yeah, you can come over here, mind your own business, have a good time, but you're not going to be able to taste the fruits over here, if you know what I'm saying, because they don't play that. These women over here, the real ones, the quality ones, yeah, they want a commitment. That's just how it is. And you may get away with it once or twice, but pretty soon, Filipina likes you, man. She gonna put her hooks in you. And see, they're notorious for telling you they love you the first day, the second day, the first week. But let me warn you, they don't really mean that. They don't really love you. They're putting you on reserve. The same way we do when we send money over here. That's their way of sending money to you, telling you they love you. They're putting you in reserve for them. That's their way of saying, yeah, you're mine and I'm claiming you. Okay, so don't buy into that. That's what she's doing. How do I know? Because I asked my girlfriend. She's the one who told me. She said, yeah, it takes a while for us to fall in love. We don't fall in love with y'all like y'all think we do. All right? See, because I'm going to tell you something about the Filipino society, and I've told you this before. Everything here is slow. It's methodical. Man, it moves at a snail's pace, and it will drive you crazy, including love, including dating and courting. So always keep that in the forefront of your mind, because when you get over, the minute you get off the plane, she's going to start putting you on a clock. And then that's when you got to slow down. See, but if you just want to come over here and chill out, man, and because I tell you people all the time, the Philippines is the cake. The woman, everything else, the beaches, you know, the warm weather, all that, man, is the icing. Okay? You come over here and, you know, you can enjoy yourself to your heart's delight. But the minute you meet one and you cross over into that uncharted territory for you guys, you know, going your own way, it's going to be hard to get back. It's going to be a lot of hard feelings. You may have to leave. You definitely going to have to leave the city. You're not going to be able to stay around there, because once she starts having feelings for you, and there's no more casual dating. That's out the window. Okay. Now, before I go, I do want to say this. I want to apologize because a gentleman asked me in an email. He said, Calvin, he said, you never talk about church. He said, what about guys who want to attend church in the Philippines? Is there only Catholics and Muslims over there? And I was like, no. And I want to apologize for that. I'm not very religious, okay? My father was a preacher. I grew up in church. I have my own beliefs, but I'm not I'm not a Christian, Protestant, or anything like that. But let me assure you, if you want to come over and get your praise on, you're not going to have any problems. Jesus is in the Philippines, okay? Islam, Christianity, you know, you're Protestant, Catholicism, Church of Christ, Jehovah's Witness, Mormons. I've seen them all over here, and you're not going to have any problem. It's a big Baptist church right around the corner from me. And I mean, on Sunday, man, they be jamming music and everything like that. Reminds me of home, so yeah. And I didn't mean anything by that, you know, because Filipinos, they're some of the most religious people on the planet. You know, they'll mix that Catholicism with their own beliefs, but maybe that's why they're so warm and welcoming. Maybe that's why they leave you alone when you come over here. I don't know, but we went to church last night because of the New Year's Eve, and you know, they light the candles and they pray over the candles and they do all that stuff, man. You know, it's something that you need to see and be a part of. I enjoy it, even though I don't go to church on a regular basis. You know, I'm not a saint. But yeah, if you want to get your praise on in the Philippines, you're not going to have any problems, okay? So just to wrap it up, that monopole, it's a Filipino tradition of showing respect for their elders. So if you go with your girlfriend and her grandmother's living with them, which a lot of times they do, you're just going to take her hand, place the back of her palm on your forehead. And little kids are going to do you like that. They'll say, bless Uncle John, or bless Uncle Joe, bless Uncle Calvin. That's what they're doing. It's called monopole. It's a sign of respect. You're going to see it all the time. Get used to it. Practice it, man. People love you for that. Okay? Filipinas, man, their cleanliness is on par with the rest of the world. from my experience, from what I've seen, they're very clean. Their hygiene is just, it's up there with everybody else, but it just, like I said, it depends on who you're dealing with. You live with somebody, you're dealing with somebody up in the hills or mountains who don't have running water, it may be a little different, okay? As far as the regularity, you may deal with somebody like I did. I met her, I didn't really deal with her. They took their baths in the river. I mean, it's just how it is over here, and of course it messed up her skin, but she don't have a choice. She has to do that every day if she wants to get clean, all right? But, they're clean across the board, man. And one thing I can say that this isn't stereotyping, when you're dealing with Filipinas, one thing that's true of all of them, they're dependable as hell, okay? You need something done, you tell her, you ask her to do it, it's going to get done, all right? Single men and dating, casual dating over here, man, of course you can do it. One mistake we all make, we think that when we come over here, we have to enter into a serious committed relationship. You don't have to. But casual dating is frowned on over here. There's not a whole lot of one-night stands and all that stuff. See, once you cross that line, you start having sexual relations with these women, they're going to put their hooks into you. And the only way you're going to get away is it's going to be a lot of lying, a lot of hurt feelings. They just don't play it like that. And if you do, you got to become a giant and just deal with the women that you pay up front, because we pay, all of us pay, okay? You can pay in front or at the back end, either one, but you be a giant, or you deal with one of these women in the discos and the nightclubs, but the quality goes way down, guys. And if you're a man that can come over here and resist the temptation of some of these women over here, because some of these women over here, I say it all the time, I've been to Brazil, Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, United States, man. They're some of the most beautiful women on the planet. If you can resist that temptation, okay, then you're a Superman. You need to write a book. I'm going to buy it and I'm going to read it, because I want to know how you did it. Because once they get a hold of you, man, it's hard to get back to going your own way. And I want to apologize to guys who are in that movement. I don't know a whole lot about that. I'm going to start looking it up, though, because evidently it's popular. It's been all in my comments a lot, and they want me to explain it, but I don't know anything about it, guys, okay? So thank you so much for stopping by. I really, really appreciate it. Your kindness, your generosity, your support, man, it's just off the charts, and I'm so grateful, man. Happy New Year to everybody again. If you're in America, it's late. If you're out there on one of those late grocery runs, beer runs, weed runs, you're getting off from work, see somebody on the street, man, please, buy them something to eat, buy them something to drink, give them a couple of dollars. I heard the stimulus checks are out. It's not going to solve all our problems. We still need each other. The vaccines are out, so what? We still need each other. If you're in the Philippines, it's early morning, it's about 11 o'clock, and I want to apologize, my video is late today. So we have the rest of the day to find somebody to help, man. There's a lot of people struggling over here. I do what I can, okay? And I'm always going to do what I can, because I consider myself a good guy. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free, and I'll see you next time.